All right, guys, I wanted to record a quick video to help you market to motivated sellers. Our goal is to be super laser sharp focused and to be able to talk to the people that are interested in selling their house for a discount, right? So there's a number of different marketing techniques that we could use to get in touch with these people, but the most important part of this is going to be the list that we're creating, right? Now, driving for dollars is a super great way to get hot leads because we're looking for houses that look vacant, distressed, look like they need work. But you're also going to want to pull data sources, right? You want to have access to accurate data where you can target pre-foreclosure leads, you can target vacant property leads, absentee owners where the owner of the property does not live in that house. Whatever the case is, guys, we're trying to find places of distress because these are the people that need us the most. So it's important to know your process, right? You got to have a well-defined process when you're marketing for these people, which is where this marketing map comes into play. So what we're doing is we're going to generate a list, right? Now, if you go to Flip Connect Data, this will give you access to a free 7-day trial of PropStream. We've tried a lot of different list providers. We've worked with ListSource, we've worked with REI Pro, RealFlow, we've tried some other niche lists, and this is by far the best data that we have found, bar none, bar none. You can actually stack your list within the software. You know, you can pull up a vacant property and say, I also want that vacant property to be an out-of-state owner, and I also want a lien attached to it. You can stack all that distress in your list internally in that system. There's a lot of cool training tools to help you get acclimated, but really strong stuff. But our ultimate goal is to begin with the end in mind, right? We want to have a clear process laid out before we even start marketing to these people. That's important. So we're generating a list inside of PropStream. There's your free access code there. And we're deciding where we want to go. Do we want to be cold calling these leads? Do we want to be sending direct mail, ringless voicemail, text blast, which is pretty hot now? You can actually take that list and upload it into Facebook and target just that audience that you've pulled out of there. Pretty cool stuff you can do. If you're super bold, and remember, fortune favors the bold, you can actually take this list and go door knock, right? That's a good way to get in front of people. Your ultimate goal is just to identify people that express interest in selling their house. So starting with the cold calling, we generate the list. Let's say we're targeting pre-foreclosures, people that are behind on payments. They need help either catching up that mortgage, whatever the case might be. Once we have that list, we upload it into our call tool, right? Now we're used Mojo for a long time. It's a great platform to use. We're currently using Call Tools. I like it a little bit better because one, it flags your numbers. If it ever flagged for spam, they'll let you know, and you can change that internally. But you can also do a live transfer. For example, we have 5 cold callers. If at any point they're talking with someone and they're motivated, they're expressing interest in selling, they can actually live transfer to my acquisitions manager. Trey will answer the phone, walk through our process, and identify where we're at, right? So first question here is, did they answer? And these triangles are always going to be a decision point, right? So if the people answer, boom, that takes us to this question. Are they motivated? If they are, we're going to go ahead and set an appointment. If not, boom, dump it to the bottom. We'll send them on a long-term follow-up. Same thing if they didn't answer, it's just going to more of a long-term follow-up sequence. Direct mail is very much the same, where we generate a list internally in PropStream, right? Or whatever platform we're using. I encourage you to do your homework and figure out what works best for you, but with our experience, this is what we're using in our business. You generate the list, upload it into whatever mail house you're using. I would recommend Yellow Letter HQ because they're the best that I've found. But there's a lot of great mail houses as well. You know, dive in there, do your research, figure it out. They can walk you through step by step to help you create the list, create your postcard, and then you'll send it out, right? That's going to go out there. Now, response rates for direct mail used to be roughly 3%, meaning at every 100 postcards that you send out, you're looking to get 3 calls. Now, in the past year, 18 months, those numbers have decreased quite a bit because there is more competition in the market. So we're looking at roughly a 1% response rate, sometimes a little bit less. That means every 100 mailers that you send, you're getting one phone call, right? That's the lead received, okay? Ringless voicemail, very much the same. You're taking that list, you upload that list into your RVM, your ringless voicemail, and it's going to automatically just drop that into their voicemail box. Real simple message, hey, this is Ben with Cash Property Offers. I know this calls a little bit out of the blue. Just wanted to reach out and see if you might entertain a cash offer on your property. We're looking to buy a couple more before the end of the year and would love to serve you in any way that we can. Feel free to give me a call at 123, right? Real simple. Upload it in the system, it drops it. If they call back, lead received, right? That's a lead. Text blast, actually a lead is if they actually are interested in selling. So if they call back because they didn't listen to the voicemail, they just wanted to see who called, may not be a lead, but our ultimate goal is just to let's identify all these leads that come in through our marketing so that we can get into the motivation behind it and see if they are one, in distress, and two, if they really want to sell. Text blasting has really gotten popular recently. It's another cheap way to generate leads. You can upload the list directly into your platform. We use Lead Sherpa, but there's some other tools out there that do the same stuff. You're going to send out a text, real simple, hey, so-and-so, just reaching out to see if you'd be interested in a cash offer, right? Send your campaign out. If they text back, your goal is to try to pivot from the text message to setting up a phone call where you can discuss with them, build rapport over the phone, and try to identify exactly what they need, because every situation is different and unique. Once we have the lead received, Facebook ads, same thing. That lead, our ultimate goal is to do our pre-appointment intelligence immediately. Now, this can be done over the phone. Just simply say, hey, Mr. Seller, I'm going to go ahead and type in the address while we're on the phone so I can look at the area and get a better feel for where we might be at. They're 100% cool with that, right? Now, if they're not on the phone, you can pull up your comps, really accurate comps. You can pull them from Zillow, you can pull them from PropStream, whatever platform you're using. Just get a feel for the area, right? But your ultimate goal is to pull as much information as you can, either immediately before or while on the phone with these people. I encourage you to call them back as soon as possible. 10 minutes in some cases might even be too long, especially with inbound marketing, right? But your goal is to give them a call back right away and just build rapport, become their friend, right? Try to speak with them, figure out different angles that you can relate. And after you've had a quality conversation, then you can bridge in and start discussing the property. You don't want to put the cart before the horse. You don't want to dive straight into the sale because you need to build the relationship first, right? Leads received, pre-appointment intelligence, you're pulling your comps, looking at what houses are selling for, and determining your ARV, or after repair value for the property, because we're going to base that off of what our repair costs are and the 70% that we need to purchase it at in order to gauge our offer, right? So this is all part of the pre-appointment intelligence part. From there, as soon as we talk with them, we want to get straight to a yes or a no. Are they motivated? It's another decision point, right? If they're motivated, you swipe right. Set an appointment. In-person appointments are always going to be more efficient because you can build more trust in person. But there are a lot of teams that close over the phone. We do a lot of phone closings. We also do a lot of in-person appointments. Every situation is different, and older people really like to have that face-to-face, right? But if they're motivated, you want to swipe right and set that appointment. If they're not, you're dumping it to your long-term follow-up, and you could put it on a drip campaign where it just flows through a sequence. And if you're using a CRM, which is a customer relationship management platform, that actually sends out emails every several days or weeks, just reminding the people, hey, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Just wanted to reach out. If you ever need help with your real estate needs, please give me a call. Real simple, right? But you set that appointment, walk through the situation, building trust and rapport, and then you get into the condition of the property. And then you sit down. Always, if you're going to make a close, you always want to sit down, right? You make an offer. Everyone should get an offer. Even if you're ashamed of your offer, everyone should get an offer because that's going to convert more leads, right? Once an offer is made, boom. A yes means you execute the contract, signed contract. That gets pushed to dispositions, and your dispositions is a completely new mind map, a complete new process, right? Now, if you guys cannot agree on price, you make an offer and you guys are just not clear, they're not ready to move forward, it doesn't get thrown out. It gets sent to a long-term follow-up, right? And this just gets pushed through the sequence again. So real simple, guys. It's nothing to overcomplicate, but this just helps to conceptualize and really see where you need to be from the point of generating your list, uploading it into your system, sending the campaign, and then talking with the seller and building great rapport so that you can negotiate price, right? First step is just pulling your list, identify who you're working with. If you go to flipconnectdata.com, you can sign up for your free trial and give it a shot. Burton has a lot of cool training videos and tutorials, walks through every angle that you can imagine to show you how this tool works with the MLS access, where you can pull up unlimited property searches. You can actually generate your marketing inside of here. You don't even have to send it out to a mail house, right? It does so much stuff, guys. Let's walk through it real quick. So let's say we're targeting Columbia, South Carolina, which is where I'm at, right? We pull it up. It's showing us there's 7,000 cash buyers. That means the past 6 months, there's been 7,000 cash transactions in this greater area. Now, if you wanted to pull a cash buyer list to try to see, where they're moving, where they're buying, you can dial that down granularly. Let's say we want to go by zip code. So I just want to target 29223, which is Northeast Columbia. That's just one zip code, right? That's dialing that in, and it's saying, okay, there's been 765 cash transactions in this area. So you can then reverse engineer that and figure out where the most cash buyer activity is happening because you want to follow the money, right? Always want to follow the money. Let's go back out into Columbia and say we just want to generate a massive list, right? Let's say we just want to target pre-foreclosures, people that are behind on payments, right, that might need help either catching up their mortgage or maybe they're moving away. Whatever the case is, they need some type of help because there's distress, right? So we've selected pre-foreclosures, and you can actually filter this down as deep as you want, right? So let's say you want non-owner occupied pre-foreclosures. That's probably going to cut your list down quite a bit, but you can select that. So you've gone down to 104. You can go down to vacant properties. Again, that's going to give you very few properties, but that might be a hotter list, only 36 of them, but there might be a lot of distress there, right? You can go down to your property characteristics, saying I only want a minimum of 3 bedrooms because I know my cash buyers want mostly 3 bed and 2 baths. That's going to exclude everything that's not at least that large. You can say, I don't want it to be listed. If it's listed with an agent, I don't want to deal with it. So you just say, oh, let's just take it so it's not on market. So I don't have to negotiate with an agent and have to navigate that. A lot of different stuff. If you want to see the recording date, let's say I just want pre-foreclosures that were filed 2 weeks ago, 35 of them, right? So you can stack your list as deep, as wide as you want. One tip I'm going to tell you that I would always do, even if you don't do all of this stuff, is always make sure that your equity is in an okay position. Unless you want to be a short sale specialist, which is going to take a lot of your time, right? But equity, we're always going to break it down, and I like to do at least 40% equity, sometimes more, right? You might want to do 50. 40% equity says they have at least 40% of that equity built into the house, so a cash offer could be a viable solution, right? That's going to be super important. Let's reset everything because I want to show you. Let's go back to the pre-foreclosures. So we want a lot of properties, right? 594. Let's just do the equity. right? To keep a larger list, because you're going to have to talk to a lot of people, a lot of different touch points in order to get a yes, right? Our goal is to get to a person that just needs to sell and they just need to offload the property, right? Equity, boom, we've done that. And we'll go ahead and just close it out. You can select these records, add to a list, create new, just say pre-foreclosure and the date, right? You want to label that in. And then from there, you go to your properties where it saves all of the lists that you've generated, right? Divorces, liens, bankruptcies, it's got all that stuff. You're going to select it, export, and then you can take that file once it's exported and upload into your software, right? Real simple, guys. Hope that adds some value. It's real simple. There's no need to overcomplicate the system. At the end of the day, consistency is key. So just get out there, start building your confidence up, and take massive imperfect action. Because the only thing that is in between where you are now and where you truly want to be is the amount of action that you're willing to take. So trust the process, guys. I encourage you to get out there. Again, if you want to give this a free shot, go to flipconnectmedia.com. You can go to a free trial of PropStream. You don't have to commit to anything. See what it's got to offer and get out there, guys. Happy hunting.